It's Chillmonger. We have some developments in the Jonathan Majors news story that's been cooking. I've covered every step along with the way, every step of the way along the way. I don't feel like there should be a news story happening right now, but there is. To recap, earlier in March, he gets arrested on that weekend, and for the last maybe 5 days, there has been some development, some more revelations. Hey, it was actually Majors who called the police. Hey, he was arrested at his residence. Hey, there's apparently a recanting of her statements from the woman. There's actually video footage in the taxi cab. There's an eyewitness who's gonna get his report, so we'll prove that he was no wrongdoing. And then, oh, by the way, a couple days later, here's some of these texts that came out. Since then, nothing. If you were going to act and you were the studio, his representation, whoever it is, that's when you do it. You do it swiftly, like the army, for example. They pulled the ads with Jonathan Majors. So one of the branches of the military did that. Okay, I understand. There's a guy who's got allegations against him, and your policy may be to pull it. Even though I disagree and I feel like innocent till proven guilty, that's a policy. That's how you do. You act accordingly. So there's we just heard about this. We're gonna act. Then there's the other one. We're gonna wait and see for the evidence. And to that, I say it's been 3 weeks since. We have 3 weeks until his court date. Making an action now is useless. It's dumb. It's pointless. It's like, and it just gives Jonathan Majors an additional day of negative press. Unless you know something. Because no, not yesterday, as you can see here from Deadline, that according to the article written by was Anthony, how you say that, D'Alessandro and Dominic Patton. I'll just read the headline here. Majors and Manager Entertainment 360 part ways. The actor is facing domestic violence allegations in New York City. The talent manager Entertainment 360 has dropped Jonathan Majors, several sources tell us. The recent move by Majors' longtime manager comes 3 weeks after the magazine Dreams star was arrested on domestic violence in New York City. Okay, now here's a thing that came out an hour ago from when I am recording this. And this news story, also from Deadline, Hollywood's awareness of Jonathan Majors grows. The actor no longer starring in The Man in My Basement. That's a movie. Cut from Texas Rangers ad campaign. I believe the Dennis Rodman movie is also not happening with him. I'll click on it here. I hope you can see the whole entire thing. It says, exclusive Jonathan Majors has been dropped from a slew of projects we hear on good authority, including Protagonist Pictures feature adaptation of the Walter Mosley novel, The Man in My Basement. All right, then. And then an ad for the Texas Rangers team, as well as a unannounced fifth season's Otis Redding biopic. He got dropped from a lot of things, okay? Basically is what they're trying to say over here. After a March 25 incident. Let's see, involving a dispute with a 30-year-old woman, the unnamed victim was taken to the hospital with minor injuries to her head and neck. According to authorities at the time of the incident, Majors is scheduled to appear in court on May 8th after being charged by the New York City DA. May 8th. We couldn't wait till May 8th to do something about it with this guy. He'll pay $50,000. This lucrative proposition leads Charles down a terrifying path that takes him to the heart of the race. I just started reading in the middle of something because I thought, oh, there's a number, 50,000. But I guess that's got nothing to do with anything, honestly. My big take is, do they know something? Was that taxi cab footage shown to his partners? Hey, this is going to be in court on May 8th. We have received access to it. So we just want to let you guys see the footage at the taxi cab. I'm just speculating. And maybe they're like, ooh, we don't like the way that went down. And so they wanted to part ways with him now instead of, I don't know, later. I still don't see the urgency, but all right. Morally, they can say, when we knew what he did in that cab, we instantly got rid of our relationship with Jonathan Majors. So the possibility is that I'm throwing out there is that Majors did do wrong, or at least wrong enough to cost him his job, or for them to believe it was wrong enough to cost him his job. I should say it that way. There's levels to this though. Imagine he does something in that cab, which is putting his hands on the opposite sex. I discourage this. I classify it as a mistake. There's an error in judgment, drinking or not. It's the wrong thing to do, okay? That being said, as incorrect as the action is for a man to put his hands on his woman, there are levels that I will be able to forgive. A ground and pound knockout is not a level that I would forgive. That is too excessive, and I don't understand. I don't get with it at all. But if, as the story goes, as she says to the police, there was some text messages on his phone, and she was upset over it. If there's a fight over a phone, men, don't put your hands on women again. But if he's fighting over a phone, and his reaction is to pull away, you're coming at him with going after the phone, and with his opposite hands, he's using it to put his hands on you. There's levels to this that I could go, oh, really? That you don't lose your job for that. I mean, like, yeah, of course, you be respectful, be kind, and everything, and make the best out of the situation to leave without hurting a woman. But like, if there's enough coming from her, he cannot just like, I am a man. This is not supposed to be what I do. Nope. I will pretend like these punches are not hurting me. Like, this guy's gonna have to use his hands for his own well-being. I get it. Strangulation, I don't support. I'm just trying to be very... I think I said it when I started this situation. There's levels I'll be able to forgive. And if they're acting out on him and getting rid of him, and I find out that it's one of those levels that I can forgive, or if nothing happens at all and he's completely innocent, he's like, driver, next stop, please just pull over. I can't. If something like that happens, because again, he does have an eyewitness, according to his lawyer, an eyewitness, that would be the cab driver. Bro, he better be guilty. He better be wrong for all these companies to do this to him. Because if he's innocent, he does not deserve this. This 3 weeks later, bad day in the news, Deadline reporting on this and that. An innocent man doesn't deserve that. And if he did it, I had no sympathy for him. If he did, when I say it's meaning like strangled the woman, physically caused lacerations, and just showed traits of a spouse, like a domestic violent participant, then I'm not with him at all. Which I don't know yet. I haven't ruled that out. I just noticed the difference between... I'm noticing the Ezra Miller, who wasn't dropped by management. I don't know, whoever represents Ezra Miller is okay with the chokeslam video and all the other shenanigans and legal pleads of guilty and whatnot. Hey, the district attorney wanted this to go till May 8th. I can wait till May 8th. Everyone does not need to make a rash judgment call. Salute to Marvel Studios, who have not acted irrationally or swiftly, maybe I should say. They haven't done a single thing about this case. He's going to be their new villain, Kang, Avengers Kang. There's an Avengers movie named after his character, Kang. Jonathan Majors is still with the company, as far as I know, as far as any Deadline isn't reporting anything about Marvel Studios. They're just like, hey, we can wait until May 8th. That's not so long. And then maybe if May 8th we still don't get answers, then maybe we can think about what we do. And I would understand if we don't get answers on May 8th and you're Marvel Studios, the show does need to go on. And I would understand if they moved on without him because the millions of dollars at stake. Even though I believe in innocent until proven guilty, there's an audience of people who won't support the Jonathan Majors because of what's been accused and arrested. Unfortunately, I guess the policy is to arrest him, and if he wasn't arrested, things would be okay. The arrest was enough for people not for people to go, oh, we can't support this. How dare you? That guy's a domestic violentor. He's not a victim, but an aggressor. He takes part in that. He was arrested. He was arrested. Faith in the police and the justice system. If you're arrested, you don't just get arrested for nothing. Even though it's part of the protocol to do so, which we've learned. I think his lawyer even said this. It's such a frustrating story. I am so hopeful. I want him to be innocent. I'm so ready for that. And if he's guilty, he's guilty. I'm Chillmonger. Thank you for listening. That's been the latest development. Discussing Film tweeted this, and I thought I should talk about it. Because, damn, it's not just that one agency that represents him now. It's 3 other places. Possibly could be because footage of that taxi cab was given to his partners. Hey, here's a heads up. Maybe Marvel Studios has it too. And they're just like acting on what they saw. That's a guess. That's a theory. A film theory. And cut.